Hello everybody, welcome to a new video. In this one we will be looking at the SureForms. I have not yet made videos about the Sure products, but I own quite some of them. I have Sure members, I have SureForms, I have SureCard, SureTriggers. So I use a lot of those platforms for a couple of some months, other years, and I really enjoy working with them because they are all well thought out. Just like I like Kadence, if I install these products on a website, I have never really encountered an issue, and if there is an issue, they have a really responsive support team to help you fix it. So that's something I really enjoy. In the near future, they also release Sure Dash, which looks really awesome. Is able or will be like a community plugin where people will be able to chat with each other, do a little bit like Facebook wise, but also has a course builder integrated. So as soon as that one comes out, I will also be making a video about Sure Dash because it looks really awesome and super flexible. I have made websites where I've created a custom membership portal, let's say, a sort of a dashboard where they can fill in things, but that was a bit with a workaround where I used different plugins to achieve the result. And I think with Sure Dash, we will be able to do this with Sure Dash itself and not really needing per se other plugins. But now we're going to be looking at SureForms. So this is the latest one they released, I think, of their plugins. SureForms, you see I have at this moment 1.0.4 and I have the business, so I have the pro version installed as well. They have a free version as well if you want to play around with it. And you see I also have SureTriggers activated at this website. Most things now, if you want to do more specific and advanced stuff, it works through SureTriggers. You can do really advanced things, you can also do basic things, but they have native integrations planned. Here is their roadmap, like PDF generation, signatures, user registration and login forms. So at this moment, this is not native in the form itself. I also use Fluent Forms. I have used Jet Form Builder as well. They offer those things like the PDF generation, user registration, payment processor integrations. These are native in those forms. So if you need a form with these things enabled now, SureForms at this moment doesn't do this yet, but you see it is planned. Some things here are already in progress, and these things have been done. And you see also integration, Crocoblock and Jet Engine and ACF is also planned. So there are a lot of things coming up still. But you can do most of those things, but now you have to work through SureTriggers where you make an integration as soon as a form is created and people fill in the details. You set up a custom trigger and you can also make new user registrations and so forth, but you have to do it through an extra plugin, SureTriggers, and I think in the near future you will be able to do it natively within the form itself, which is really neat itself. Now at the form builder, it looks super clean and it works really nice. So let me create a new form. And you can also use their AI builder. A lot of people like this, and it's really a useful one, this one, because often you have the AI sprinkled on top without providing any real benefit, let's say. But here I have tested it and it works quite well, and it enables you to build forms within seconds. So these are some form ideas. So I can use one of those, make an event registration form, for example. And then we can just say generate form, and you see it is building. Normally it takes a couple of seconds. It never takes really long. And afterwards you will have an perfectly functional form with all now the input was really basic. I have not set a registration form. I have not set which forms have to be included, so we'll have to see. But you see full name, email address, phone number, event date, preferred time slot, special requirements, agreement. So you see in seconds this form has been created for us, and this is the interface you will have. So you have if you click on these things, you will see these are most used form fields that are available, but you of course can add your own. So let's say I use phone a lot, phone number, then you can add them to this quick bar here, or you can click on this. This is the same layout you will be used to of the if you work with Kadence blocks or whatever. This is the same kind of layout you will see to have an overview. And if you click on the plus, you see the all the fields that are currently available at the moment. But as I said, there will probably be coming more fields in the near future as well. Yeah. So all form fields over here, you can add them to the quick access bar by clicking on this plus and then adding whatever you use a lot. And then here you have the general form settings. So you can say use the labels as placeholders. That means that they will be inside. Instead of here, they will be inside of this bar. I will show you on the front end in a minute. Form confirmation, you can set a success message. By default, we have this one. That means that if they have filled in the form, they will see some kind of a confirmation that it has been registered in the website, or you can redirect them to a custom page, or you can set a SureTriggers response, and then you have to enable this by using SureTriggers. Yeah, so you can of course customize this to whatever you want. Yeah. You can also set email notifications. You can say this is the admin notification email. This is enabled by default, so whenever somebody fills in a form on your site, you will be notified, but you can add new ones where you can send the email to the person that filled in the email address. So this grabs the email address from the form, so it will be sent to the person that filled in the form. Then you can set a custom subject. You can also again grab something from the filled in form, for example. Let's say there would be an event name as well. Maybe I should add that. Then you can, let me just pick the date now. So you can set this as a subject, and then email body. Again, you can add shortcodes. The name, you can, everything that has been filled in, you can include in this email body, or you can just type whatever you want to set it up. And then you can set this to be sent as well to an extra email if you want to, and reply to, then you can set your own email address. So if people receive this email and they reply, it will arrive correctly at your email address. Compliance, you can set GDPR. If you're in Europe, you can enable this, so it will not store the user IP, browser name and device name to be GDPR compliant. Integrations, as I said, they have the webhooks. For that, you need to have the Pro enabled, which I have. Let me go to settings to see this, and you can add a webhook. And webhooks work with external applications. You can use this to everything that has been filled in to send this to another application, and then use this data with another software you are using. So this is something you will have if you have the Pro version installed, or you can have an integration through SureTriggers, where you will have to set them up in the SureTriggers app as well, where you create a workflow. The SureTriggers is a whole thing on its own. I will be making a video about that as well, but you see you have like a lot of options to work with, and you can do really advanced stuff with this as well. Custom CSS, if you want to style something, is also an option. So if we go to so these are the same settings that you just saw. If I click on integrations, you see I open this window again. So all these things that you see here are opening up the same window. Styling options, so you can set the coloring of your website, of course, if you want to. You can set some spacing. You can set the alignment of the button. This is the one here below. And you can set some advanced stuff, anti-spam, so you can do Google, Cloudflare, or HCAPTCHA, whatever you have enabled. If you enable one, you have to have the key, so you have to set which one you will, and then you can set this in the global settings. Let me open it up. So this is the SureForms settings over here, where you can set your CAPTCHA settings if you have anything. And here again, email summaries, you can set whenever, if you want to have a report every Monday to my email address. Validations, you can set here the error messages, and then they will be applied to all your new forms, so you have to only set this once. For example, I'm from Belgium. A lot of things I do are in Dutch, but this is in English, of course, so I can set this in Dutch everywhere. So this means I only have to set this once, and I don't have to every form I create, I don't have to type every error message again. So this is really useful. You should set this up once and then you're good to go. And then general IP logging, this is GDPR compliant, this will be off, of course, and honeypot security is a little bit better for spam protection, so I always leave this on. What is the nice thing, if you go back to the SureForms itself, you see there are less options than you are probably used to with the Fluent form and with the jet form builder, because here you will have normally you have like a after submit option, and then you can select create a user, update the post, or whatever, and you see this is not a thing here. If you want to have some extra thing, you have to do this through the integration with webhooks or to the integration with Sure triggers at this moment. The only thing you can set up are the confirmation and specific notifications through email. Other things you have to do it through third party. Instant form is something I really like. If you need a form page really instantly and you don't have the time, or you don't want to create or you don't want to include this form somewhere specific in an existing page, but you want to have it a page on its own, you can just do enable instant form. Where you can set something like the logo. You can also set a custom color again. And then immediately we have let me publish this form first and let me show you now. And then you have something like this. So the coloring and stuff you can set up, and then you have a specific page where you have immediately in 1 second a page with a form that's fully functional without having to create a specific page for it. So for example, if you make a form for a wedding invitee, people have to confirm if they will be attending or not, and you only need this and not a whole website. You can just do this really easily, like this. If I go back to my form, use labels as placeholders, click on save again. This was the option in the beginning, and I refresh. You see now that the labels are inside of the bars, so we have a bit a different look of our form. Yeah, so there's something you can do if you like this. This is something you can set up. Let me go inside of the settings here. So preferred time slot. If we go on the thing itself, you can here you see edit options. So we can add options as much as we want to. We can say they can have multiple selections, yes or no. It is required, yes or no. Conditional logic is also something that's already enabled. For example, show this field if they have set a date, for example, because you first have to set a date if this should be set up. So you can have the conditional logic enabled if you want to. Yeah. If we help text can set this up in Dutch again if you need to change the language. And then for styling purposes, if we open this up, we can set the width to 50% and the other one also to 50%, and you see they automatically go next to each other. So this is a way of styling it quite easily. If we refresh the page, you see that they are next to each other. The only thing that's now not working fine is the alignment, because there is a little title here and there is no title over here. If I go back to the general form settings, remove the label thing. Now the titles are again on top and you see it aligns perfect. Yeah, so you can do some basic styling like this quite easily. Again, email address as well. There are some specific things you can set up. So a default value, error message. I have set this up in the backend, so this is all in Dutch now. Enable email confirmation. It will add another form or another form field where they have to confirm their email. So this is something you can set up. You can set the default language, the default country code, let's say, is something you can do. Enable auto country detection, so it will set based on the location, it will use the most logically one. You see if I disable it, it goes to the United States, but I am in Belgium. If I enable it, you see it immediately switches over to the Belgian one, so it's a nice little touch. And then the agreement again, So all you can check by default, yes or no. So these are all the basic settings that you would want to have, I think, for a form builder. You can set an input pattern in the normal text field. You can set a text length, validate as unique or not. So if they have to have a unique value, you can set this up. And then again, you have the same conditional logic. But this was a really quick one. So you see, actually in seconds, we have created a registration form by using their AI builder. And then, of course, if you need more fields, you can always add another field as you want to, and you can style it like you want it to as well. So you can build upon your AI blueprint a little bit further if you needed to. And the feature I like a lot now is the enable instant form, which is a really awesome feature, I think, where you have some settings you can play around with as well. Voila, this is it. I'll first look at SureForms. If you're interested, I'll put the link to the roadmap in the description below. I put the link to the SureForms website in the description below. Feel free to check it out. And if you have any questions, suggestions for other videos, let me know in the comments and I'll be happy to help. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching.